Hello and welcome. Today I'd like to talk to you about Ucara basics when it comes to seawall construction. Specifically, there's some components here. Let's start out with the ingredients, if you will. In front of me, I've got a base plate with a standard backer laid up over it. So what we're recommending on base below a seat wall is 8 inches of compacted gravel and prepped, and then the installation of your base plate. Typically a seat wall is going to be 3 courses of the standard backer up to an 18-inch height, and then the coping unit on top. So elevation and overall height on seat walls, usually a good seating range is around that 18-inch. That's something you might see in chairs and things on the inside of your house. So this is a good number to kind of stick with. The base plate supports the structural integrity and also makes it easier to build too. So when you level base, such as we've done back here, you'll notice we've got screed pipe laid out. We've got a true level fashion, a horizontal plane, all right? And again, we achieve that with screed pipe, lay our base plates, and then begin our wall construction. The other thing that's nice about the base plates is I can snap some chalk lines if we're doing a straight wall, all right? So it allows you that opportunity to kind of give you a little bit flexibility in the layout. So here on that base plate, you're not so trying to hit that actual number of where that seat wall actually might be built. So I can range that. The other thing about the seat wall that I like that the base plate does, even if we turn it here, gives us just a little bit more support for that heavier massive wall that you're putting over it. So we'll oftentimes use the 19-inch width of these base plates laid out in that direction to run that seat wall. That's similar to what we did here behind me on this. A couple of challenges that you might have on a seat wall, oftentimes beginning and ending it. You'll see a lot of times you'll have pillar construction, and we'll talk a little bit about pillar builds and a next segment in integrating a seat wall into that pillar. But if you don't have a pillar figured into that job site, and how do you end a seat wall? Because again, the end of the standard backer is a smooth plane. So you're really looking to wrap this material, how to achieve that. Well, allow me to step back, show you some methodology that we like to use here. So to achieve the rails in this direction, what we'll do is we'll saw cut a backer, all right, in this direction here to apply that. So this is a smaller piece here. Again, thinking about bond alignment, trying to achieve some interlock here, course to course. We'd apply some adhesive here against that back as well as down. Notice that the panel is going to cover through here. So on this course, we'll lay up the half panel. We'll apply adhesive on that, also connecting this piece in with the adhesive on both front and back, as well as on the interior and below and top. Corner piece goes here. So basically we're wrapping this with left and right corners to be able to achieve this termination point here. I'll finish it off on this top one. Again, adhesive in this cross joint goes into that pulley. And then while we see this smooth area here, recognize the overall length on the corner panel that is going to span that distance. Okay, so this is a good way to finish off ending a seat wall and beginning a seat wall as well. Another method, I'll take this piece off, is to do a miter cut. A miter cut, a little bit more of a challenge. I know a lot of installers like to do that, but you're going to notice it's important that you have a plumb cut here on off your saw. So to do that, we'll use that full edge, sometimes even cutting through here, and then back cut. So try to maintain as much material here on this corner as possible. Sliding that in. Opposite side the same. And then here's our end piece, mitered up basically in that direction. So this allows us to come in with a clean finished edge. All right, third option for you on ending a seat wall would be over here in this area here. Now, I'll drop that panel down and expose what we've done here are end fascia panels with lefts and the fascia panels here with the rights. We cut this 18-inch increment, so taking basically a panel that is 18.5 inches long and cutting it to that overall height. So that's a simple and easy method as well. So a few options for you with that. One other thing that I want to point out that is unique to Ucara that's kind of cool is I'll disassemble that. Something that we call lock bond. I'll use this half panel and raise that up, and that locks the second course and the third course together right here with this fascia panel. So it gives it a little bit stronger integrity. This cavity here at 3-inch is an easy installation for an accent piece, all right? Then you're coping over. So notice here, obviously we've removed the top channel, all right, for a good adhesive bed for our coping. We apply that over. Now this is only a 12-inch, so the overall wall thickness is going to be just over 11 inches. A 12-inch coping is a little tight. You're only looking about 3/8 of an inch here on front and back. So that's a little bit of a challenge. Our recommendation is going to be more identified here on a 14-inch coping with a little bit more overhang. Specifically, if you have any kind of underlighting that might be contained here in this overhang, but not so much here. So definitely some cool options for you guys. I think there's great opportunity here for you guys in your seat wall construction, and thank you for your time.